Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today is my contribution towards the 10 untouched books I'd like to colour in 2021 tag that is now going around. This tag was created by Camille Bell. I will link her channel down below in the description, and I was tagged by the wonderful Lovelia from Lovella'sColoring here on YouTube, and no one was as surprised as I was when she tagged me at the end. That was very kind of you, thank you very much. She's always so lovely, and I will also pop her channel down below, although I'm sure you're probably already well aware of her. I want to start my video with the people that I'm going to tag, just so that in case people don't get all the way to the end. I want to tag the lovely Amberly from Amberly Silencia. I'm sorry to add to your stress and your pal. I know you were literally just saying how far behind you are with them. So, of course, everyone that I tag, it's completely up to you if you actually want to do this video or not. I do not want to create stress towards your hobby. And this goes even more so towards the next person that I'm going to tag. This is almost mean, to be honest. I tag... Yes, you know it's you. Pebbles, adult colouring, to do this tag. She finds it stressful enough to colour as it is. So again, if you find that this is just too much, you don't have to do the tag. It's always optional. I won't fall out with you. I am, of course, tagging my friend, the wonderful Rosemary Rosie Crafted Colours here on YouTube. Can't wait to see your choices. I then also want to tag Spicy Cat Colours, as I watched her video of my last tag. Oh, bless. And she said that it's so nice to have some friends on YouTube to be tagged by. And I definitely consider everyone I watch and chat to and that chats to me in my comments to be my colouring friends, so I couldn't not tag her for today. And then finally, I just wanted to tag Shayna in Colourland. Again, Shayna, it's up to you if you want to do the video, but I wanted to tag you as I know you always put such lovely comments in my videos that I decided as a thank you to be really irritating and make you do this video. So one good turn does not get you another. Sorry about that. So into the tag itself. I have a very large collection now of wonderful colouring books, and I love them all. And some, when you get them, are rather more imposing and intimidating to colour than others. And I do have a little bit of a pile of books that are absolutely beautiful. Don't get me wrong, I would completely love to colour pages in them. And for some reason, every time I pull them out, I don't end up doing a page from them that month. So I think this tag is brilliantly devised by Camille, because it will now make me have to colour in these books for when I update you later on how I did. And you can then see if I failed or not, so I will have to colour in them. I am picking Camilla Derrico's Cute and Creepy Pop Manga book. This is a fabulous book with lovely paper. It's quite a big square colouring book, and the pictures are just wonderful. And it will, of course, go towards the wonderful spooky tag being held this year by Rosie from Rosie Crafted Colours. I've told you, Rosie, I'm not kidding. I'm obsessed with finding pulling my spooky books out, because I love that kind of page. So it's forever forefront in my choices at the moment, and I thought that would then be a double whammy and count for both. My second pick for this tag, I have David Peterson's Mouse Guard colouring book. Again, this is a large square colouring book with fantastic paper in this kind of cream colour, nice and thick. They're lovely bordered pages, which I really like. I do prefer this sort of look for my colouring rather than going off the edge. And the pictures are just stunning. It tells this little story and it is wonderful, and I haven't touched it. I always want to. It's not that they're not the kind of pages I absolutely love. Just keep chickening out. So it really is time. I even bought the Derwent Inktense because everyone uses it in this book, and I still haven't put anything down on the page. So it really is time to crack on with this one, and I just know that it will be so much fun to do. I just don't know what keeps stopping me. If only I should buy myself a spare, shouldn't I? And then I'll be able to colour in it without being quite so nervous. But I have so many books already, I definitely cannot be collecting spare copies of them. My third choice is a Kirby Rosanis book. I have all of Kirby's books, and most of you know my guilty secret with my lack of colouring in them, but this Worlds Within Worlds is definitely one of my favourite. It's got this lovely paper. Again, seems like I quite like these big square sized colouring books that I don't colour in. This lovely crisp white paper, and again, I don't know if it's, obviously I work a lot at the moment, and every time you open one and you know how long it's going to take, again, I chicken out and I pick something else. But it's time. This has to happen this year. A Kirby Rosanis must be completed. Choice number 4 for me is, of course, the wonderful Colin Thompson's colouring book. I do actually have the Colouring Heaven subscription version of this, so I may even colour a page from that rather than, apparently pluck up the courage to actually colour in this stunning colouring book. Again, they're very intimidating, very busy, they're going to take a long time. It's got this nice thick paper to it, and a few times I've pulled this out, flicked through to a page, decided I'm going to colour it, and then haven't. So again, so fun once you start looking at all the little details of what's going on these pages. I just think I need to tackle it a little piece at a time and just get a move on and colour the book I have. My next choice is probably on everybody's list for this, and therefore I sat there and thought, should I put something different? And then no, because it needs to happen. This beautiful, beautiful, stunning book that I daren't put my pen down onto. This is Thomas Kinkade Studios Disney Dreams Collection. It's the newer one, the Disney Princess version. And I do have both, but I picked this one because if you saw in my Thomas Kinkade video, I figure if I do mess up, I have my original one. I know. And it's got nice paper that should take the pencils really well. And it's a smaller book, so in some respects there's less to do, and yet the details on these pages. Again, I think I just need to tackle it a little piece at a time and bite the bullet and get a move on, because it's getting ridiculous. As always, if there's a page you want to see done on camera from a certain book, always just pop it in the comments down below and let me know. My next choice is, of course, the ever popular Forest Girls colouring book by Apol. I got this a while ago from Etsy, and again, it's a slightly smaller size book on this beautiful, beautiful kind of ivory cream paper. It's nice and thick, pretty smooth, and she has this wonderful line art that isn't black, so it's almost a brown colour, so that the drawings aren't as harsh once you colour them in, and they always look really, really nice. And of course you get this image on the left to help you create your own page. The problem is it was hard to get. It's not cheap to get it shipped here, and then I end up not colouring in them. So I've added this one to my list. I also have more girls. I believe this is the girls with music. I only have this one. I don't have the girls with poems version. And again, I got this from Etsy. It's hard to get, it's expensive, and then I don't colour in it. And there's no point having spent it if I'm not going to. This is a larger book with a nice thick paper, and these are just stunning. They do colour into the spine somewhat, which is always hard work, but to be honest, the book does lie about as flat as this kind of book ever could, so it does give you your best chance to get as far in there as you can. And the pictures, especially the grayscale on this, is absolutely wonderful. Very varied pages, you've got a bit of everything, and they really don't stint on these books. They are pretty thick, you'll be there for a while. So I added this one because, again, it's time. I, of course, had to pop my Jasmine Beckett Griffith. I've got a few of her books, and I don't actually understand what it is about these books that stops you colouring in them. The paper's lovely, nice, good quality paper in kind of a cream colour. They're one-sided, really, because of the writing, so you can use what you want in them. They're fabulous illustrations, very much the thing I like to colour pretty faces if I'm going to colour them. Pretty little kind of chibi cherub faces that are right up my street. And they're a simple line art, not too busy most of the time. So I just don't know what it is about it. I think it must literally be that because it looks like your more expensive books, because you can get it on Amazon as far as I'm aware, so yeah, I just haven't done, and now I must. My next one will also probably be a very popular one on this list. I, of course, have Googly Fine Colour. This is possibly what I consider to be my most beautiful colouring book. And considering I have quite a lot, that is a statement, but it is true. It's a big one. It's got this really, really very different, nice, thick, reminds you of sketching book kind of paper. Nice and thick, textured, cream, and the artwork is just so different and so beautiful. Just really lovely. Cannot wait to put pencils in this paper, and again, every single time I don't. And just imagine how beautiful these pictures will be once they're coloured. I mean, I think that's the problem with me. I find them beautiful now without colour, and I do flip through my books kind of pretty regular. So the problem for me is this book is as beautiful now as it ever needs to be, and then I don't end up touching it because why would you ruin something that's already beautiful? The other thing that's quite nice about this, you get the little banner poster, very cute, in the back. Nice long piece there. But also, what I really like, you get this big poster, and it actually has examples of the pages that you'll find. Tells you where they are in the book and gives you that kind of pull-out reference that you can pop next to you when you're colouring the pages. So, absolutely fabulous book, definitely. Might be the only one on this. May end up being the only one on this list that still looks like this when I show you later. Terrible. And my final choice for this tag is a complete cheat, and I'm alright with it. I am a Colouring Heaven subscriber. When I first started colouring last April time, and I was in one of the supermarkets, and I was pretty new to the whole idea of, I'd got a couple of bits and pieces from Amazon, and I spotted the Colouring Heaven magazine in the supermarket that I was in, and I had a quick flip through it, and it was absolutely lovely. I'm trying to think which one it was. It may have been the Fantasy Princesses one that I first got. Nope, I'm lying. I take it all back. It was this, because I just remember being so wowed by the idea that that is just a magazine that you can get for £5.49 from your local supermarket. And this is the first one I got. This is the Gothic Alchemy Special, and this book is absolutely stunning. I really wish now, had I known at the time, I'd have picked up two. I actually would. Because again, it's so lovely. I haven't coloured in it. I haven't touched it. And that, of course, means I've had it since last April time. And that's like, 9-10 months of it sitting on my shelf. And this is what made me subscribe to the Colouring Heaven magazine. I set up my subscription with Anthem, and I've been a subscriber ever since. The problem is, I get these books, and either you hate them and you give them someone, or you absolutely love them, and then I don't get round to working in them. So my final point is a cheat. I have here Gothic Alchemy Special, my original Colouring Heaven pickup. And then I've got the very much more recent Creatures of the Night Special, which is stunning. I've got the Halloween Special, which is equally stunning, to be honest. This has, once you get, I'm not too much of a fan of just the gory pages, but these really beautiful, slightly gothic pictures in the middle with a bit of grayscale. They are really, really beautiful. Definitely that one. And then every so often, of course, you get the Colouring Heaven collection that comes out that doesn't come with your subscription. So I tend to have a little look in the supermarket every now and again. When I know there's one hanging around, I'll have a little look, and quite often I may end up grabbing it. And this chibi book by Josh Lee, who is the person that did the Fantasy Princesses, which I also have, and I probably should have added onto this pile because I also need colouring. But this book is absolutely wonderful. I am a chibi fan, so obviously that does help, but these are brilliant, fun little pages. And I did do a flip through of this book because I was just so impressed when I picked it up. So I've added that as well into my book I'd like to colour a page in. So my part 10 is the Colouring Heaven series. It's not, I've got about another 10 of these I think, but I was still slightly good. I picked 4 because I did consider just putting the pile on here, but I didn't. We'll go with 4. It's cheating enough, I guess. You see, I was tagged by Lavella and I watched her do this, and I saw her do this with the Coloriage Wild, and I thought, aha, I love it. That's what I'm going to do. So I've picked this series as my final one. These 4 books that I'm hoping to get a page done in and climb over my fear. I know this one will be easy because I've actually had a request to colour in this book, which always helps me to actually get my finger out. And so I am starting to do the videos on this one with you guys, colouring the mermaid in this book. So I know that I at least have one of my 14 books on its on this list already being sorted out. So well done me. I do not think I could colour half of these pages in what's left of my lifetime, and yet it does not stop me buying a book, not ever. I clearly cannot cope without being spoilt for choice when I pick a page. I hope this tag has been fun for you guys and you've seen some nice books that you either quite fancy picking up to add to your uncoloured book collection, or it's made you think about some books that you could also be colouring in. I know I've tagged my specific 5 people, but as always, Camille has left this challenge open to anyone that wants to participate. That really is the beauty of this wonderful community that I've found myself a part of, is that they do not discriminate or exclude or taunt, and it really is absolutely lovely to watch and meet these people that just are so open-minded and friendly, and actually the truest sense. They're not just doing it for the camera or, you know, trying to get subscribers. They just love this hobby so much that they'll just chat to anyone about it, about anything really, and it just really makes you feel like you colour with hundreds of other people in your little colouring club, and it's really nice. So thank you so much for watching as always, guys, if you did make it all the way this far, and I will see you in the next video.